What's up, everyone? Dead Inside here. Super fast video. Want to talk to my wife before she goes to work. Amazon announced that they're going to be doing that whole online pharmacy thing, and GoodRx is down currently 19%. And I want to talk to her before she goes to work, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of whether or not we should invest now heavily. Is this an overreaction, or is this makes a lot of sense? GoodRx is now in a position where they can't compete with Amazon, pull out. So I want to talk to her, and yeah, let's get to the bottom of what we should do. So it says here, Amazon is making its biggest leap into the multi-billion-dollar healthcare industry with the launch of Amazon Pharmacy, a new digital drugstore. The US-based service, which became available to customers Tuesday, which is today, works just like a traditional drugstore with special added perks for Prime members. Amazon Pharmacy accepts most major insurance with the ability to manage orders on its website. Prime members can get free 2-day delivery. So that right there is a huge threat to GoodRx, right? Because GoodRx is not going to be able to deliver.
Well, yeah, but GoodRx never has delivered. GoodRx has only been a platform for people to find the cheapest medication, and it's usually for people that don't have insurance that probably need the medication right now.
Right now, like they can't wait 2 days for the delivery.
Yeah, like they don't, those same people are also, they might not have like resources to Amazon Prime. They don't buy insurance.
They don't have an iPhone?
No, but do they pay the $100 for Amazon Prime membership?
Oh, Prime members only get free 2-day delivery. So if you're not a Prime member, then how long does it take?
Yeah.
So what if it takes 5 days? That's a make or break?
Sometimes if it's an antibiotic, that's only supposed to be 5 days long.
And how often do you prescribe antibiotics? I mean, is that like a pretty big...
That's like 90%.
90% of GoodRx business?
Yeah.
Really? Antibiotics?
Maintenance medications, but 90% of the people that need their medication right now is antibiotics.
Because of the CV situation? Or you mean just in general?
Just in general, when you're sick, you want to get better. So
right.
You need your medicine right away.
So if GoodRx never has this delivery option...
GoodRx doesn't need the delivery option. All they're offering is cheaper prices. What already has delivery is CVS, Walgreens, Tom Thumb. We already deliver 2-day shipping.
But can you apply the GoodRx with the...
Yeah, with the delivery. You can already do that. The GoodRx and delivery is separate. The delivery is something the pharmacies offer. GoodRx just offers the lower prices.
How much is the delivery for your pharmacy?
At my pharmacy is $3.99, but Walgreens and CVS is free.
Okay. So you feel like this is an overreaction?
I think so, because like how is Amazon going to get the prescription, right? We still have a lot of old doctors that don't electronically prescribe, meaning they still write out hard copies. They still write prescriptions. So you got to account for the time it takes for you to mail in the prescription with the US Postal Service, and then they have to process it, and then they send it out. That's fine for like maintenance medications, blood pressure, cholesterol, anything that they maybe already have like a couple weeks worth, and they're just, sending it in early.
Right. So then I'm seeing also here, it says there is also a savings benefit plan for those without insurance or people who don't want to pay with their insurance plans. Amazon Pharmacy is offering an 80% discount on generic medications and 40% off brand names. Is that pretty competitive with GoodRx?
That's pretty competitive, especially with the 40% brand, because GoodRx doesn't really offer discounts on brand medications. GoodRx only does generics, mainly. It's very rare that you see a discount for the brand, unless the manufacturing is offering a discount, and then GoodRx just rides on that. That 80% is really not just a straight up 80%. That's kind of mismarketing. They should say up to 80%.
Up to 80%. Right. I got you. That makes sense. Okay, so right there with that 40% off brand names, is that a kind of like a big make or break since GoodRx can't do that?
Also, that could also be an up to 40%, and that could also be not because it's their savings plan, but it could be because they're using the coupon that the manufacturer is already offering.
Right. Okay. But what if it's not?
What if it's not? Then it's great. 40% off brand medications, especially on something like Emgality for cluster headaches. That's like what, $600 a shot.
Amazon said its new service makes it simple for customers to compare prices and purchase medication for home delivery, adding that the tedious task is now as convenient as any other purchase on Amazon. Dang.
The tedious task is as convenient as any other purchase on Amazon. So that also means that the customer also has to already use Amazon. You'd be surprised when someone comes to the counter and they're trying to look for like some random vitamin, like, I don't know, ashwagandha or something.
Uh-huh.
I'm not even saying that right, but just some random multivitamin that I don't have. And then I'll say, well, why don't you just look on Amazon? They'll be like, I don't have an Amazon account.
But I mean...
And there's still a huge population of older people or just people that don't want things delivered when it comes to their medicine.
Yeah, but that could change now.
But what are we all going to do? Put a lock on our mailbox and now the post office is going to have like...
Oh, because they can't put the medication in the mailbox.
No, they can put it in the mailbox, but someone can steal your like, so many people have experienced like bad things. Even though delivery is free right now with medications, it hasn't really taken off because there's still like a suspicion when it comes to your drugs.
Yeah, but that could change. There was a suspicion with putting your credit card information on the internet, in the late 90s, but then people got over it. Stock market's all about the future. It's not about now.
Okay, but how are you going to change the climate when it's super hot outside? People don't want their medicine and they're at work.
Oh, because it needs to be refrigerated, right?
No, not things refrigerated, but room temp. Like, just pills need to be at room temp. You can't just have it. Just think of it like 100 degrees weather and you have it sitting out in your mailbox. From when they deliver it to you don't get home till like 9 o'clock at night. Because people say it's already going to be paid for. And if they lose it, they're not going to be able to get another prescription. They're not going to just be like, oh, I'm sorry. It's not like an iPhone case. Like, oh, it wasn't delivered here. Let me just send you another one. These are like prescriptions that are regulated. So it's like, oh, you didn't get your prescription? Well, we got to call your doctor, get a new prescription, resubmit it to the insurance, see if they'll pay for it, see if they'll have a loss override. Otherwise, you'll have to pay out of pocket for it.
But nothing changes there. I mean, that's still a concern with Walgreens, CVS.
But that's why people don't do delivery. These are all reasons.
Okay, here's a good question. Okay, here's a great question. How many people do delivery
at my
with your pharmacy?
0.
What about at your old pharmacy?
That's because we charge $3.99.
What about
But even when it was free, people did not do it.
What about at your old pharmacy?
None.
What about when you were a tech all those years?
None.
But you could see that changing if you just use a little bit of your imagination.
I can see it changing if I have a bunch of newer, younger clients. So maybe in like 20 years.
Damn.
Or if all of a sudden these younger clients are now super like nice and like want to take care of their parents, but that's not happening. And like they take care of their prescriptions for them, but mainly it's the baby boomers taking care of their parents, and the baby boomers aren't using internet like that. It's going to be millennials taking care of the baby boomers that'll actually take advantage of the internet and the delivery and all that stuff.
Okay, but out of all the companies to invest in with this conversation with Amazon, should we even invest in GoodRx, or should we just be like, you know what? There's a lot of reasons to be worried about GoodRx. Let's just not do it.
No, because GoodRx still has a strong shelf life. Because I bet anything, you can still use GoodRx with Amazon. Why couldn't you? Why couldn't you just say, bill it to this? This is my bin. GoodRx works. The information they transmit is just like insurance.
Better deals on Amazon? I don't know.
It could be
better partnerships.
Deals. Most people, for the most part, the big population that does take medicine, besides your young people that take antibiotics and allergy medicine and stuff, the main like blood thinners, heart medicine, all these other things are older people.
Right.
That are repeat business and they don't like their things delivered.
And how did they even know?
pharmacist.
And how did they even know about GoodRx to begin with? It's because their doctors are talking about GoodRx, right?
Because GoodRx marketed to the doctors.
So what
go
happens?
To the doctor's office, and there's just GoodRx coupons like all over the place. The doctors will even print out a GoodRx for the patients to bring in.
That can easily change with Amazon, though. Amazon can easily go in there and be like, no, we don't want. Okay, you can have the GoodRx there, put the Amazon thing in there too.
Yeah, put the Amazon in there too, right? But then they're gonna be like, so when you get the prescription, that's harder for them to sell, because then the doctors will somehow have to change their computer system if they don't have an electronic prescribing system.
How hard is that to change?
Well, it's a learning curve. Now they can't just
So
get a piece of
basically,
paper and write a prescription, sign their name, and hand them out.
okay, so basically, investing in GoodRx is equivalent to Kathy Wood investing into Slack when there's Microsoft Teams. It's like there's room for both. There can be Amazon, and there can be GoodRx.
Yeah.
Okay, and you don't.
That's not even the comparison. It's like she's investing in a strong product, even though another strong product is here, but that strong product isn't gonna take off. It's like that one iPhone company that it was just released before its time, before it was needed.
General Magic.
Yeah, it was like that, because it's not the time yet for that to really. This is gonna have a strong, long shelf life.
Okay, so you think it's
that takes off.
So you think it's like Amazon Fire Phone? How that never took off. Just because Amazon's doing it doesn't mean it's going to be successful.
Right.
Okay, but I mean that's a possibility.
That's a possibility, because I generally, like, even Caitlin works at Walgreens, and she does like 1,000 prescriptions, and maybe 100 of them are delivery. Was that 10% of the market share?
And does she talk about GoodRx too?
Yeah.
And how they're just like a monster, right?
Yeah. And I mean, I used to really hate GoodRx because it like loses money. It makes the pharmacy lose money. But that's the pharmacy's fault for making the prices so high.
But then the pharmacy. So back to that real quick.
Now I purposely look up GoodRx for patients. If I have something better, I run it automatically through this Tom Thumb discount. But if it's too high, I'll look up GoodRx, and I'll even show my patients how to use GoodRx on their phone. So that if my pharmacy isn't the lowest price, they can go somewhere else.
Okay, what about when your pharmacy makes something to fight this GoodRx?
And that'd be great. All they got to do is lower their price.
Yeah, but not great for the investors for GoodRx, right?
Yeah, but my pharmacy will never do that because they also have investors. All these companies are public.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean they?
It cuts into their profit share.
No, why wouldn't your pharmacy make something like, because it makes sense?
Because they're banking on the fact that some people don't know about it, and that they'll get more money on some prescriptions and less money on others, and it'll even out.
Yeah, but it's all speculation. I'm trying to use my imagination and imagine that that your pharmacy will make something like this in the future, because they're like, well, GoodRx has already taken so much of our business. We might as well make something else so we can just collect a little, so we can lose a little bit less money. You think that's a possibility?
I think so, and if they do it, it's going to be one of the bigger pharmacies that have more resources.
Okay, last question. So positive catalyst, negative catalyst, okay? What's something that you feel like is very probable that can happen with GoodRx and it just sends the thing flying, like how this Amazon thing happened today? The most realistic thing, like, do you think Amazon could be like, you know how we said 2-day free shipping? Well, now we're doing same day shipping, and and you don't have to be a Prime member. I don't know, like what is like realistic though? What do you think is a negative catalyst for GoodRx? Joe Biden coming in here and saying the cost of drugs are too high, let's bring them all down. And GoodRx is like, dang, they just took away our business.
It doesn't matter with GoodRx because GoodRx doesn't set their own prices. GoodRx steals contract prices from everybody. They'll adjust with the market.
Okay, so no negative catalyst you can think of?
No.
Okay.
Well, the negative catalyst would be if now all pharmacies just all of a sudden said, we're not taking GoodRx. We can't accept it. That would be a negative catalyst. But I don't see that happening.
They won't do it because they're greedy. It's like, let's pretend all these pharmacies do it, then Costco's like, okay, we'll take it. And then everybody starts going to Costco.
I think there's some law that says you have to take it.
Oh,
There's some...
Really?
There's something legally that you have to accept.
Dang. So, but that law can change.
Yeah.
So if that law changes, then
But it probably won't, because Biden's going to be president and he wants lower drug prices for everybody. He doesn't really care for like private entities and. But
Gotcha.
a negative or positive catalyst for Amazon could be the post office. Like, we don't know what's going on with the post office. With Trump, he's trying to privatize everything. He's trying to.
Well, he's about to be. It's not really about him now.
Yeah, but that DeJoy guy is still there.
Oh, well.
The guy that doesn't know anything about post office.
So that could be a positive catalyst for GoodRx, kind of.
Maybe.
Okay. So I hope that was informative. I'm going to take advantage of this drop today. Negative 20% is a lot. And I made my first position in GoodRx yesterday. So you talk about bad timing, but I think it's okay. I think it's still a good business. In my head, I'm trying to compare this to Microsoft Teams and Slack. And, maybe there's room for both. GoodRx already has an incredible head start. And Jim Cramer, I don't know if there's any fans of him watching this right now, but he likes GoodRx a lot. He said GoodRx brought his pharmacy bills from $50,000 to $12,000. So, and people who use GoodRx, they like it for a reason, but Amazon is definitely a reason to be concerned. But I think I'm going to take advantage of this drop and make a heavier position, get my average costs down. But thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe for more content and research, and I will see you later. Thanks.